42nd Avenue, 95th Street. People have told me, people have said to me, you must hate the police, and you're fighting against them. Let's look up the word fight. Hold on. Let's look up this word fight and see what the word fight means. Here we go. Take part in a violent struggle involving exchange of physical blows or the use of weapons. Okay, that's what it means to fight. A violent confrontation or struggle. A violent confrontation or struggle. So, you hate the police and you're fighting against them. Let's reason on this for a second. Why do people tell me I must hate the police and I'm fighting against them? Well, it's the things that the corrupt people in law enforcement are doing to me. What are they doing? Corrupt people in law enforcement have put online in 2013 that they follow me around. They're trying to get me fired from my job. They prevented me from dating and starting a new family. These are corrupt people in law enforcement. They follow me from state to state, them and their goons, their thugs. They keep beating me up and putting me in the hospital. That's what they're doing to me. So that's why people keep telling me, you must hate the police and you're fighting against them. So these are some of the things that the corrupt people in law enforcement are doing to me. Now, do I hate the police? Am I fighting against them? We have just been over the dictionary definition to fight. And I'm not fighting against them. I'm not fighting against crooked people in law enforcement. So what is it that I'm doing? Well, let's reason on this again. Let's find out if I'm fighting against them or if I hate corrupt people in law enforcement who is attacking me. Let's say a bank is being robbed. You call 911. What's the reason that you call 911? Because you hate the person that's robbing the bank? No, that's silly. That doesn't make sense at all. You're calling because a person is robbing the bank, and that's illegal. That's why you're calling. Let's take another situation. This situation is going to be your mother, your daughter, your sister. This might be easier. They get raped by a white man. They get raped by a Chinese man. They get raped by a Latino man and a black man. Now, which one of those four do you call the police on? Do you call the police on the Chinese man and not the black man? Do you call the police on the white man and not the Latino man that has raped your daughter, your mother, or your sister? Which one do you call the police on? Which one? Well, anybody who's breaking the law, you call the police on. That's the same thing with me. If corrupt people and law enforcement are attacking me, beating me up, state after state after state, putting me in the hospital, I'm contacting law enforcement to show that this is illegal. You can't run around the city terrorizing people. Is it because I hate law enforcement? Or is it because law enforcement is doing something that's illegal? Terrorizing people. Which one? So I hope this would satisfy the people's questions that keep asking me, you must hate the police. And you're fighting against them. Anybody that does anything illegal, you would contact law enforcement. So, law enforcement, they're the ones that's attacking me and terrorizing me. Don't take my word for it. This is a court case. The court case is called Socialist Workers Party versus the Attorney General. Socialist Workers Party versus the Attorney General, where corrupt people in law enforcement, according to the court case, make people homeless, get people fired from their jobs. You might know Colin Kaepernick, Eric Reed, protesting police brutality, can't find work. According to that court case, law enforcement get people fired. I can tell you that they got me fired from my job. There's this company called Day and Night Plumbing in Queens, New York. They got me fired from that job. I put it online in 2013 before they fired me. Before. I was fired in 2016. Now, are they still in business? Or did the corrupt people in law enforcement put them out of business? Are they still in business? Or did the corrupt people in law enforcement put them out of business? And you see how they blur in the picture? That's the same thing that happens when I guess them follow me around. They will blur the picture, so like when I would take a video or a picture of them, that you can't make it out. That's the purpose of that they cannot be identified. That's the purpose. For them not to be identified. Again, they will hack your cell phone. That's according to the Guardian.com. Your cell phone camera, microphone spying on you. They will hack your cell phone. And they hack your cell phone, can they also hack the presidential elections? Can they also hack your bank account? So, I had an interview for today, paying $30 an hour. I'm trying to call a taxi so I can make it on time, but they kept hacking my cell phone, so I couldn't make the job interview at all. So I have it tomorrow at 10:30, but then he changed his mind and said, oh, come in at 8 o'clock. Because law enforcement has contacted that company, just like they contacted Day and Night Plumbing, and got me fired from that job that I put online, once again, in 2013, and I got fired in 2016. So a couple of people in law enforcement can't say, oh no, this is not true. Because I put it online, 2013. A couple of people in law enforcement that were following me back then, and now it's 2021. And they're still terrorizing me today. A couple of people in law enforcement and their thugs. Now, and that's why people call them terrorists. You see the word terrorist, it's from the dictionary. And the dictionary says that the word terrorist means to terrorize. Now, the dictionary does not say law enforcement or terrorists. It does not say that. But the dictionary does say that a person that terrorizes, that's what a terrorist is. Anybody could be a terrorist. Me, you, anybody. So, if people run around the city terrorizing people, planting drugs on people, planting guns on people, making people homeless, getting people fired from their jobs, the dictionary calls this person a terrorist. That's what it calls this person, a terrorist. It's a person or a group. That's how the dictionary identifies terrorism. A person or a group. And by them terrorizing me each and every day, interfering with my religion, I cannot practice freedom of religion. I'm not allowed to date and start a new family. Also, again, I put that online in 2013, 2021. These terrorists, these criminals with badges as the American Justice Cops on Trial call the criminal cops. They call them criminals with badges. Criminals with badges. That's how the American Justice Cops on Trial documentary call cops who are criminals. Criminals with badges. Running around terrorizing people. And you could Google Councilwoman. Councilwoman calling cops terrorists. Councilwoman calling cops terrorists. Again, the word terrorist means to terrorize. It does not mean law enforcement. It means to terrorize. Anybody could be a terrorist. Anybody. Doesn't matter who you are. Anybody could be a terrorist. I could be a terrorist. You could be a terrorist. Anybody could be a terrorist. So, to come back to my original question, you're fighting against police. You hate police. Your mother, your daughter, your sister is raped. Chinese man, black man, Latino man, a white man. Which one of those 4 people do you call law enforcement on? Which one of the 4? Or does it matter who will actually do the raping? You will call law enforcement on anybody that attacks and that rapes a family member. Is that not so? So that doesn't mean that you hate that person. That means that you call law enforcement because they're doing something that's illegal. The same thing when law enforcement is attacking me. When they attack me, they're doing something that's illegal. What do they have to do? You call law enforcement to let them know that the corrupt people in law enforcement is doing a bad job. They're running around attacking and terrorizing people. That's what they're doing. Running around attacking and terrorizing people. So this is the station here. That's what they do. Attacking and terrorizing people. Oh, if you have any suggestions how I could get these corrupt people in law enforcement to stop attacking me, any suggestions to get these corrupt people in law enforcement to stop attacking me, please leave a comment if you're not being blocked by these corrupt people in law enforcement because they keep blocking my videos. They're blocking my videos. They send people to talk over my videos. So I'm making a video. They send somebody to stand next to me, like to overtalk me because they don't want me to narrate what's going on. So if you know anybody that have any suggestions that you get the corrupt people in law enforcement to stop attacking me, stop beating me up, stop putting me in the hospital, please let me know. Leave a comment. Please share the video because the corrupt people in law enforcement, they keep deleting my videos, so please share the videos. Because again, these are dangerous people. They can hack your cell phone, according to TheGuardian.com, or your cell phone camera and microphone spying on you. They can hack your cell phone. And plus, I'm looking for a lawyer. If anybody knows of a lawyer, I'm looking for a lawyer that can actually sue the corrupt people in law enforcement for terrorizing me. Actually sue them. Being followed around from state to state to state, being hospitalized. They had thrown me in the psych ward, and they refused to talk to my ministers. Again, they throw me in the psych ward, and they refusing to talk to my witnesses, my ministers, which is right down the block here, the Kingdom Hall. It's called the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses. 42nd Avenue and National Street. It's 42nd Avenue and National Street. We meet at 10 o'clock on Saturdays, 10 a.m. on Saturdays, 7:30 on Monday nights, 7:30 p.m. And where law enforcement have refused to talk to my ministers about corrupt people in law enforcement that's following me around and attacking and terrorizing me. They are refusing to do that. And they would pick me up and throw me in the sidewalk. Now, what's the purpose of that? What's the purpose of them refusing to talk to my ministers and throw me in the sidewalk? Do law enforcement often refuse to talk to witnesses? If a murder was committed, would law enforcement refuse to talk to witnesses? If there was a bank robbery, would law enforcement refuse to talk to witnesses? And then why is it when I'm being attacked and terrorized, my car being sabotaged, I'm being beat up and thrown in the hospital, that law enforcement is refusing to talk to witnesses? What's the purpose of that? So again, I'm looking for a lawyer. If anybody knows a good lawyer who's not afraid of law enforcement, that is willing to sue them, hit me with the email, corrupt cops attacking me, corruptcopsattackingme@gmail.com, corruptcopsattackingme@gmail.com. Oh, and I hit the news. So I hit different news, like like ABC, Channel 4, Channel 11. I had like YouTubers, car watchers, because I'm trying to get my story out there. Like I told you before, they send people in the video to talk loud. That's an example. They send people to talk loud, like over the video, that you can't hear me. So, again, I'm into the news, YouTubers, cop watchers, trying to get my story out there to please share my story, because when I hit the emails to the news, call the news, they seem to keep ignoring me. Laquan McDonald in Chicago was attacked, he was murdered, and they had erased the video footage in Burger King. They did the same thing to me. They attacked me, and they had erased the video footage. They did the same thing to me. But for some reason, I can't get my story on the news that these people are attacking me. These are terrorists, these are killers, and these are murderers. They're highly, extremely dangerous people. Again, the word terrorist means to terrorize, to make you afraid. And that's what they're doing to me. To make me afraid of them, because they're terrorizing me for no reason. Beat me up for no reason. Put me in the hospital for no reason. There's no reason to do these things. There's no reason to terrorize people. Oh, you know what? Let's think of it like this. I think the guy's name is Christopher Dorner. Christopher Dorner went around shooting cops. Now, why did Christopher Dorner go around shooting cops? Because he said of the corruption in law enforcement. I'm not sure where he was located. Florida, California. I'm not sure what state he was located in. I'm not sure. But he went around shooting cops. Now, how did that make the cops feel? How did that make them feel when there was a targeted and being shot at? Did they like that? No, right? So whatever the corrupt cops don't like, it's what I don't like. So if the corrupt cops don't like it when people plant drugs on them, then I don't like it when the cops plant drugs on me. If the corrupt cops don't like it when people plant guns on them, then I don't like it if they plant guns on me. If the corrupt cops don't like to be shot at, I, again, don't like to be shot at. So whatever the corrupt cops don't like, it's what I don't like. You see, I'm a normal human being, just like them. I'm normal. I am a normal human being. If they don't like something, I don't like something. They don't like being shot at, I don't like being shot at. They don't like to be yelled at, I don't like to be yelled at. They don't like to be disrespected, I don't like to be disrespected. So there's something in America called the golden rule. The golden rule is to treat others the way that you want them to treat you. That's called the golden rule. That's taken from Matthew 7:12. People today would say what goes around comes around, or they would say karma. So they would say things like that. But that's taken from Matthew 7:12, the golden rule. Now, do I want people to harm, cover people in law enforcement? I am not the judge of this world. I'm not the judge. The judge of the world is going to judge everybody. So I do not want anybody to bring any harm to corrupt people in law enforcement. See, the good people in law enforcement don't have to worry about being harmed. It's the corrupt people in law enforcement that has to worry about being harmed, because when you do bad things, people are going to do bad things back to you. Remember, Matthew 7:12, you treat others as you want them to treat you. People say what goes around comes around, or karma. So this is what's going on. If there's any lawyers out there that's listening to me, please hit me up with the email. Remember, my emails could be deleted because I've been terrorized by these corrupt people in law enforcement. They monitor my emails. They monitor my videos. I have no comments on my videos, no comments at all, because they keep erasing the comments on the videos that I have, that I made. They keep erasing my comments. So again, no harm should come to anybody in law enforcement. Number one, I am not the judge of this world. There's a judge of the world that nobody could influence. There's a judge. So only the judge has the authority to do anything to anybody all over the globe. That's the judge that has that authority, not me. I don't have the authority to bring harm to anybody. I'm not the judge. But please, leave a comment, subscribe, like, support, because again, they keep cutting up my clothes, they keep tearing down my shoes. Just ask my ministers. Remember, 42nd Avenue, right down the block here, 42nd Avenue and National Street. Saturday mornings at 10 a.m., Monday nights at 7:30 p.m. Ask my ministers. Oh, you know what, like another thing? They keep asking me, law enforcement, which ministers knows, or which ministers have you shown the evidence to that corrupt people in law enforcement are attacking you? And I gave no answer. Like, why would law enforcement ask me over the phone who is attacking me? Like, which ministers knows that who's attacking me? Why don't they come out to my congregation and ask that question? They should come out to the congregation and ask them, hey, who is attacking one of your members of your congregation? Who's attacking one of the members of your church? Tell us who. So I didn't tell him who, but I did tell him a friend of mine, and his name is George. I said, hey, I also showed evidence to my friend George. Video evidence. A lot of evidence, but video evidence as well. And what did my friend George tell me? Somebody stole his hubcaps. The police pulled him over, gave him a ticket. So the law enforcement want to know only to intimidate my witnesses, to keep their mouths shut about me being terrorized? Remember, there's only one judge. And man is not the judge. Man is not the judge. Man is limited in power. Limited. Man is not the judge. God is the judge, and that's it. God has all the power. And speaking of all the power, let me ask this question. How many nuclear bombs make up the sun? How many nuclear bombs make up the sun? How many suns do we have in our solar system alone? How many bombs do we have in our solar system alone? How many suns do we have? So we don't have the authority to go around doing bad things to people. We are not the judge of this world. So please, if you want to make changes with the corrupt people in law enforcement, what you could do is contact your governmental officials, the state level, that would be the state government. On the federal level, that would be the federal government. So, the Congress, the House, the Senate. The state would be the mayor, the governor, city council, to get them to change the laws. Again, do not go around attacking law enforcement. Do not bring harm to law enforcement. Do not do that. If you don't like the way that you're being treated, ask the governmental officials to change the laws. For the state, it would be the state government. For the federal, it would be for the federal government. They asked them to change the laws of the policing, but did not burn down police stations, did not go around shooting police officers, did not go around shooting FBI agents, did not go around bringing harm to anybody. The civilized thing to do